$146. That is what Omar's vet bill came to today. Oh, Auntie, sarcastically, Auntie wonders what happened to all my money. Well, I wondered the same thing, Auntie. But I bet when I finally figure it out, we can say up front, with my computer system, because it wasn't just the computer. It wasn't just the computer and the monitor. It was also a $75 Logitech webcam and $50 computer speakers, and then, when I was at Bobby's office, I got a new desk and a chair. We wouldn't even count that. So let's say, I think my whole computer system with everything in tax came to, say, $1,100 or $1,200, whatever. Say that, I also spent a shitload. I spent a lot on Omar's vet bills. And also Frontline and HeartGuard Plus for Angel and Omar, because that was part of the thing. Remember when I was living here with my mom, I was paying for everything. It was only until I found out that she had half the settlement money, the $53, that I started, I let her buy a little bit of things, and then, recently she paid that $200 or whatnot for Omar's vet bill. But all prior to that, and when I was living with Bobby, so the dog food and the vet bills, that all came to a pretty penny. That took a chunk out of, because you got to figure just $1,000 a month is just me living off of that with organic food and supplements and whatnot, okay? So then we're talking about what happened to my original $16,700. Well, take $1,200 off of the computer. Take another $1,000 for the money I lent or spent without, it doesn't matter, I never got any of it back, so that I spent on the African American Shelter Fund. Say that's another $1,000. A couple $1,000 for clothes. So what are we up to now? We're up to 2, 3, 4. Omar's teeth alone were like $450. So more than, and we're talking over, I don't even know, but over $1,000, maybe 15, for Omar's vet bills. Because my African American friend and I couldn't go, because my mom got sick, we couldn't go to LA last summer when my aunt died, so I lost $300 in each ticket there. So that's $300 lost. I spent money on bikini waxes, eyebrow shaping, bikini waxes, haircuts. Spent a shitload when I went to Joe's. And it just all added up, didn't it? Because the months I was paying Bobby, the equivalent, paying Bobby rent, and also gave a $300 security deposit. Okay. I was paying him $6 rent. I was spending more than $100 a week on food and supplements, and for Omar and whatnot. Omar's food, my organic food, and the supplements, and the organic health products, like shampoo, and it all adds up. All adds up, baby. Just today, $146. He got his rabies. It's good for 3 years. He was due for that. And he has an ear infection, just like I knew he did. So we had to pay for the visit, right? Oh, blue, blue, blue. And then we had to pay for the ear stuff. And that's going to be hell for both him and me. We're both going to be in total misery. I got to put the fucking thing down his ear tube by myself, no help. Both ears twice a day for 2 weeks. Tell me that's not going to fucking suck. It has to be done. Right? So you had your regular exam, and then you had your rabies shot, right? Rabies shot, regular exam. And then the ointment. Ointment, exam, rabies shot, $146. $150 right off the bat, out of Mama's pocket. See? Everything adds up. So I did piss through my money, but you know, shit's expensive. One of these days I'll tell you exactly what I spent. I'm sure, like I said, I have all the receipts and I'm sure within a few $100s I can figure out exactly what I spent on each. And I know it's going to have to be the organic food and supplements. That's what's going to be what took all my money. Not all of it, but most of it. Right, Obi-Wan Kenobi? Oh, he wants to go into the... You want to go into the covers, don't you? I guess I can, you know, I can comply with your wishes. I can give in to your demands. Acquiesce to Omar's desire. Oh, I thought you wanted to go under. What do you want, middle boy? Huh? Oh, it's gonna be fucking hell. You guys just don't even know. I had to do it before. I had to do it when I was with Bobby. But a lot of times Bobby could help me. He could hold on to him. But I did it myself too. It's just, alright, I know. You want to go into the covers. It's long past your bedtime. It's long past my bedtime. But, come on. I called Joe at 11 just to give him a quick update. I didn't want to talk. I really just wanted to go to sleep, but we wound up talking until my cell phone died right mid-sentence. I needed to go to bed anyway. I was exhausted. So the cell phone died at 1:45. 1. You rubbing at your ear, knucklehead? Yeah. Yeah, you have an ear infection. Mama's going to have to stick the stuff down your ear. You're going to act like she's killing you. Typical pug. Probably most dogs act that way, but the vet today said, yeah, he has an ear infection. They're having me do it both ears. Apparently it's bacteria and yeast. He's got an ointment, just like before, and I didn't notice it in the other ear at all, but he says he knows situations where you only put them in one ear, and then he wants customers, you know, patients have to come back because the dog winds up having it in the other ear anyway, so he's just going to have me put it, you know, twice a day in both ears for 2 weeks. And it's going to suck. I had to do it before with Angel too, and it just also sucks. Because the dog doesn't want you sticking a tube down their ear, understandably so, and they don't like it. Right, Chiquita Banana? Before I was talking to Joe, I was talking to my cousin. It doesn't provide me any comfort talking to my cousin. I mean, I'm grateful, of course, that she's in my life and there's support and love there and whatnot. I'm grateful for that. But I don't get off the phone feeling comforted. It's different when I talk to Joe. And that's because Joe and I are on the same frequency, same radio frequency, the same wavelength. I'm still in pain. I told my cousin, I want to just tempted. I'm tempted to just break this phone, break it in half. Get a new phone number, and only give it to you, so no one else can reach me. Of course, she's like, that's crazy. Okay, I know, but the stress and the pressure and whatnot is getting to me. Back to Joe, yeah. That's what I spilled. I think I spilled. I don't know what I spilled. I won't show it to you anyway. Talking to Joe comforts me. Doesn't erase the sorrow. It doesn't. But it comforts me. Talking to Joe. And like I said, it's because Joe and I do not share the viewpoint of the masses. Not that we're alone in our viewpoint, of course not. But we're few and far between compared to the masses. Okay? The masses. And it was Joe, who brought me to see the light in regards to a lot of things that I was previously blind to. But I am not in any way, shape, or form a sheep. Will never have been, never will be. And if I'm believing the things that Joe's been believing for years and years, so he's way ahead of me. Of course, he's way on he's on a way advanced level. Okay? At this point, because he was years ahead of me in his thinking and whatnot. If I believe what he believes, it's because I've thought about it long and hard. I'm not just believing it because he believes it. I still don't believe everything, but I'm definitely looking at this world in a different way than most people view the world. Do you know that there are people that believe that most of us are a lot of physical problems and whatnot stem from heavy metal toxicity? And someone like my mother, who's been on psych meds for just so fucking long, and they tax your any kind of medication. You take it endlessly, for a million years, and it taxes your liver. It builds up toxicity, toxic metals, and everything in your bloodstream. I'm still thinking this little mole might be cancerous or precancerous or whatnot, because it's changed. It has little black dots on it, it has hairs growing out of it. for head cancer, I wouldn't fight it. I wouldn't fight it with radiation and chemo and, burn, poison, or cut. It's these chemos, poison, right? Radiation is burning, and then operation is cutting. Burn, poison, or cut. Would you do all that, Laura, if you had... No. Nope, I would actually talk to Joe about what he would do. He's told me before, I just forget what he said. And then if I was supposed to die, I was supposed to die. So many people go the burn, poison, cut route, the accepted way of, and then they die anyway. But I wouldn't do it because I reject it all. I reject everything. Comforting to talk to Joe, even though what he talks about isn't anything but comforting. It's all depressing. It's all, it's real, and but it's still depressing. But it comforts me simply because there's absolutely none no bullshit between Joe and me. You know what I mean? There's no games, there's no lying, there's just, we're on the same radio frequency. We weren't on the same radio frequency when we first met. And even now, we're on the same radio frequency because I know, but like I said, he's just way more advanced, though. He's always been more advanced than me anyway, and now we're at least on the same level in how we look at the world, except he's just way more advanced, and he has the ability to find peace. Even if he's sad or lonely, he has the ability still to find peace within himself. And that type of ability completely eludes me. But just talking to him brings me comfort because out there in that world, it's just bullshit. You have to hide who you are. So many people who just all put on masks, and it's bullshit, especially the dating world. It's just such bullshit and lies and masks and whatnot. And what Joe and I have is just real. It's just, we can never be boyfriend and girlfriend. That ship has sailed. It sailed 20-some odd years ago, Well, we were together off and on for 6 years, so it sailed for, we met when I was, 20, I don't know, you know what I mean. That ship sailed many years ago, over, say, 14 years ago, why not? And it sailed, And Joe comforts me because he believes what I believe. Now, what we both believe doesn't provide you any comfort at all, but we can find some kind of peace just was acceptance, I guess. You know what I mean? Joe's adamant against fake meds. He's in health and all this crap, and you know, so I don't have to have. He's not gonna try to shove bullshit. Not gonna try to shove religion down my throat. Not gonna try to shove, you know, the mass view that, you know, that Auntie is you know, proponent of full force, because she'd always. You self-medicate. You know, Laura's depressed. And Laura talks about how she wants to die all the time, but she won't do anything about it. She won't go on psych meds. In the past, she self-medicates instead of just taking psych meds because Auntie thinks psych meds are the panacea to cure all human woes. Joe and I, and other like-minded individuals out there, are of the mindset that just the opposite of what Auntie believes is true. Okay? And we'll leave it at that. I was listening to what I used to listen on my Walkman when I was in my 20s, but now it's on my MP3 player. Kid Rock's Devil Without a Cause. Holding underneath the sun. Same radio frequency, same wavelength, me and Joe and me. But, again, he can't reach up and hug me. tell my cousin that last night I woke up from nightmares about Auntie and whatnot, okay? Woke up from nightmares. Then got the leg cramps, my typical leg cramps, got them in both legs. So I'm in agony with the leg cramps, wanting the pain to go away. And then Omar thinks it's morning, and it is morning, but it's not late enough for me to... I'm not getting up out of bed. I just want the leg cramps to go away, and I'm going to go up and get pee and go back to sleep. And he's like going around and whatever. I'm like, oh fuck, I got to get rid of these leg cramps. And, it's like a triple thing, the nightmares, and then the leg cramps, and then Omar being a pain in the ass. I'm sleepy. I don't know what time it is. 2:30. It's too late anyway. Already beat me, already snoring. I gotta go to bed.